Hello and welcome back to the closeout for day one of Red Bull LAN Orlando. I'm Day 9.
And I'm DJ Wheat, and what a day it was, Sean.
Yeah, we got the chance to see two Focus players practice two very different genres of weaknesses in their play.
Yeah, Sheth, of course, with the versus Protoss and the air opening into the three-base death ball.
Yeah.
And Thorzane trying to work a little bit more on his sort of mid-game, specifically those drops, scanning, getting that information, etc.
I mean, I like the fact that Thorzane said, I'm focusing on what to do with my units. I get the good units, I get the good upgrades, my army's great, but I don't know what to do with it. He was trying to figure that out, while Sheth is actually asking, literally, what do I do with my buildings? I'm trying to figure out what the right build order is. And Sheth, I think, had a really interesting sort of journey with his play because he was clearly improving over time, but it was one of those interesting moments where if you suffer so many losses in a row, it's so easy to be like, this is impossible. I give up.
Yeah, I'm going into another game. There's potential, for another loss. But I want to just touch briefly, Sean, because, going into this, talking with the players and just sort of imagining how this was all going to play out.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to imagine that someone could actually improve over time. And sitting down at this desk and watching those 5 games and hearing the interview, you have made me a believer. It's really, really impressive. Talking to Chef afterwards. And I'm just dude, great job. Seriously. Give this guy a round because this is such a great concept. I would love to see more of this. And, I really feel like it's beneficial to the players. So I just was really amazed today.
I thank you so much. I'm so glad that it turned out the way it did because it's one of those things where everyone learns at different paces. There's those players who grind hundreds and thousands of games in practice, and then when you see them at the next tournament, they're somewhat different. They're not revolutionary. And also you get the chance to see that these players, no matter who they are, they never do drastic changes from game to game to game to game. There's always that slow, meticulous plotting process. I think that's important for any StarCraft player to see because it's so easy to beat yourself up after a couple losses and go, I'll never win.
Exactly, and also to take into account the fact that even though you guys saw the surface of what was going on, hearing the players interact in a non-tournament environment, really helping each other. And you said something earlier that was basically akin to you're not going to see 2 players discussing strategies after a game in a booth at a major competition.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here you saw that. It sort of fostered the communication. And watching Morrow and Sheth sit down and really drill into Sheth's game, that was kind of the kickoff of the day for me. I was like, this is really awesome that they get this ability to do just that.
I think it's so important to just see that these players are not competitors. They're collaborators. Sure, they're just ripping each other to pieces within the game, but outside, they're always willing to help each other out to get to that next level. And tomorrow, keep in mind that we have 2 more Focus players who will be going through the same process that we just saw today. The first one will, of course, be Liquid Ret, and the second will be Mouse Sports Hasuabs.
Yeah, both, who already are very skillful in the game, are very much loved, but also have their own issues. And again, I think that so many people who watched today, who tuned in, took something away from it as well. So not only was there education amongst the players, but also, I learned a thing or two, not only about how these guys think and their processes, but, just looking at the game a little bit differently. So tomorrow, I'm really excited because I think there will be more opportunities like that for people to go, oh, I have problems with that too. This is going to be really phenomenal for me.
So the day 2 schedule is going to be really similar to the day 1 schedule. We open up, say hello, immediately jump right into those practice games, and then begin with Rhett's Challenge, follow it up with Hasuab's Challenge, and one more round of Fun Day Monday. Keep in mind, day 3 is going to be a tournament Sunday. We get give these players a chance to play here up on the main stage and get used to that feeling of putting their strategies to the test for next week.
And, of course, if you're in the Orlando area, come on down to Full Sail University. Not only an amazing staff that has been here working throughout the whole thing, but the venue is remarkable. And certainly a lot of fans to hang out with, chat about the games, etc. Maybe even get an opportunity to interact with some of the players as well. So really follow up on that opportunity. I guarantee you won't regret it.
So for now, I'm Day 9.
I'm DJ Wheat. We're going to have more coming at you tomorrow as Red Bull LAN Day 2 here in Orlando. Have yourselves a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.